Good day, class. Good day, classmate, and our professor. So, I am here together with Ma'am Griselda Evanales, and as our partial requirements in our course, which is the Masters in Criminal Justice major, with specialization in criminology, in our subject of statistical research in criminal justice and criminology. So we're being tasked to report and to present our presentation, and we were also being tasked to do a research when it comes to statistic using qualitative approach. So it's been titled Analyzing Trends in Criminologist Licensure Examination Outcomes, a 5-year review from August 2018 to August 29. So yeah, I will giving the floor to Miss Griselda Ebanales.
So much, ma'am. In our next slide po, we have introduction. The Criminologist Licensure Examination is one of the 43 annual board exams conducted by PRC, or Professional Regulation Commission. This exam screens aspiring criminologists in the country based on the standards written in Republic Act 11131 or the Philippine Criminology Professional Act of 2018. You can see po, this is the updated documentary requirements you need to comply when you applying board exam. The basic requirements is the PSA birth certificate. Tumatanggap po sila ng NSO pero ibibigay nyo na po yung NSO na original. Pag PSA po, ipipresent nyo po yung original, then ang kukunin nila yung photocopy. Sa female po, PSA marriage certificate. Yung sa transcript po, mahigpit po ang PRC dyan. Kailangan po yung TOR with scan picture and special order number. Tapos may remarks po na for board examination purposes. Photocopy po ng college diploma. CAV po or CHED Certificate Verification Authentication. Valid NBI clearance, RTC. And 2, Certificate of Good Moral. Pwede po siyang kumuha kayo sa barangay, sa school, yun po. Tapos under section 14 of RA number 1131, meron na po ngayong bago na pag naka 5 failure ka sa board exam, kailangan mo nang kumuha ng refresher course. Next slide po.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, sige ma'am, go ahead. Okay, thank you for giving the floor to me, Ma'am Griselda. So here are the members of our board, which is our chairman, no other than Attorney Ramil G. Cabao, and together with Mr. Warren M. Corpus and Lani T. Palmores as the member of the board. So next slide, ma'am.
This is our abstract po. The Criminologist Licensure Examination po is composed of 6 exams. Number 1 is Criminal Law, Jurisprudence, and Procedure. Number 2 is LEA o Law Enforcement Administration. Number 3 is Crime Detection and Investigation, CDI. Number 4 is Forensic Science. Number 5 is Correctional Administration. And number 6 is Criminology. Next slide po.
Okay po. For the research problem of our research, so it may involve around the validity and relevance of the exam contents and ensuring alignment with the industry needs. So, and assessing the practical applicability of skills. Questions about the ethical considerations and evaluation and accessibility, inclusivity of the examination process are also pertinent. So additionally, exploring the effectiveness of feedback mechanism for candidates who do not pass the examination and evaluating the system ability to adapt to evolving industry demands as a crucial aspect. So that's why the reason we have this 5-year review of those data who are already been passed and for those who failed from 2018 to 2013. So that's our research problem. And we're going to investigate this issue can contribute to the enhancing to the overall quality and effectiveness of the licensure examination for criminologists in the Philippines. So next slide, ma'am. Giving the floor to you.
Next slide po. This is our research methods. Quantitative research. Experimental research involves manipulating variables to observe their effect on an outcome, often conducted in controlled environments. Survey research involves collecting data from a sample through standardized questionnaires, interviews, or observations and analyzing the result quantitatively. Next slide.
Okay. Since we've been assigned to do a quantitative research rather, so we need the data. So the sources of our data is no other than the data from licensure examination of those who pass and those who failed, and also the totality of those who take the exam, primarily from June 2018 to June to April 23. So from the span of period of time for that 5 years, 8 examination has already been conducted. So as you can see from June 2018, it's only 7,307 who passed, and 14,587 who failed. So as you can see to the data provided by the PRC itself, so it seems that many of the takers who actually failed the exam. So as by this our research presentation, we're going to analyze and how it will be contribute to the to the research itself, how it going to see the trends and what are the percentage of those passers and those who failed. So next slide, please, ma'am.
As you can see po, this is the clustered column chart represents the result of licensure examination from 2013 to 2018. We have here po June up to this year po, August. Sorry po, August. August 2023 po. Kung mapapansin niyo po, yung bandang gitna, ito po yung kasagsagan ng pandemic na minumove po ng PRC yung exam. So kaya po makikita nyo na 8 conducted lang sa loob ng 5 years. Next slide po.
Okay, ma'am. So, as another addition to the para mas ma-visualize natin is another graphic representation of those takers from June 2018 to 2023. So, as you can see, that's already 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 9 times na nag-take po or nag-launch ng examination throughout for the 5 years. So, as you can see po, mas makikita nyo po ang variable na pinag-ano namin dito is the total passers and total of the examinees. So as you can see, as per Attorney Gabao per se, of what they've been always mentioned, that in the board examination for criminologists, it seems that hindi tayo maalis-alis sa sumpa ng 33%. If not we're going to be 33%, that's only 30, and then 33%. And then as you can see, mas konti po yung mga pumapasa versus sa overall na examinees. So next slide po, ma'am.
This is our statistical interpretation. Fluctuating the number of examinees, there is notable fluctuation in the number of examinees across the exam period. The highest turnout was in November 2019 and June 2022, while lowest was in April 2023. I-correct ko lang po, tama po, nagkaroon po ng 9 conducted exam. And the passing rates po is, although the chart doesn't explicitly show passing rates, it's evident that the number of passers generally follow the trend of the total number of examinees. Higher examinee number usually translate to more passers. The impact of external factors is the variety in the number could be influenced by external factors such as changes in educational standards, societal interest in criminology careers, or even global events like COVID-19 pandemic, which might have affected the December 2021 and later exam. Performance consistency, despite fluctuations, the passing rate seems to maintain a certain level of consistency, indicating a stable standard in examination process. Next slide.
So as you can see, the importance of the use of statistics in research. Um, Statistics plays a crucial role in criminal justice. Kasi if we're not going to use statistics rather, then wala tayong crime mapping, so we cannot just hindi tayo pwede manghula ng data eh. So as you can see, kailangan nating malaman ng data mismo because we're tackling and we're dealing with crimes and suppressing and managing those crimes to be effective in the society. So it's important. But when it comes to research, statistic is dispensable in research, providing na it is essential tools to for data analysis, for interpretation, and after we interpret the data, we're going to make a decision. So it makes those researchers like us, together with Ma'am Griselda to uncover the patterns, the relationship, yung trends as we are going to know the trends for the past 5 years of those who take the criminologist licensure examination sa mga data sets, facilitating the meaningful insights. So the statistical method, it supports inference and generalization from samples to populations. So quantifying uncertainty through measures like confidence interval, crucially, statistic guide decision making by we're going to test the hypothesis. So making the comparison and assessing the significance. They can contribute to the pattern recognition in the complex data sets and play a vital role in predicting the trends of field like economics and additionally dito sa criminology. So like the crime trends, of course. And additionally, statistics ensure the quality control sa mga areas such as the manufacturing and enhancing the research productivity. And in the essence, thus, furthermore, statistics from the foundation element in research, it's a foundation elements in research, it ensure rigor and facilitating communication of finding across various disciplines. So next slide, ma'am.
And this is our gaps in the research. Number one is regional variation. If your data is limited to a national level, a gap might be the lack of regional and localized analysis, which could reveal more no-sense trends. Number two, demographic factors. The absence of demographic data, age, gender, educational background of the examinees is in the analysis might be a gap such as data could provide deeper insights into who is taking this exam and their success rates. Long-term impact. The research might not addresses the long-term career trajectories of these who passed or failed the exam. Understanding how passing the exam influences career paths could be valuable.
So, of course, Ma'am Grisela, talagang may gaps tong research, di ba?
Yes, ma'am.
I think so. Now, halos lahat naman ng research may gaps. So, as our research per se, one of the gaps is the comparative analysis. So, we don't have or without comparing these trends with another related fields in criminology, or we're not going to compare these trends to other countries. So, we're just only focusing in the Philippines. So, research might miss out a broader contextual insights. So another, ikalima naming gap sa research na to is our qualitative aspect. Kasi we're just focusing solely on the quantitative data eh. Kasi 'di ba, yun naman ang sinabi yun ang assignment sa atin ng ating prop na our research should be quantitative. So dahil nga kami ay talagang focus kami sa quantitative, and most of the research was going to do a quantitative research. So they're going to overlook those qualitative aspects such as hindi namin matatanong yung mga nag-take ng exam kung gaano ba kahirap or ano yung quality ng criminal education nila when it comes sa pag-take nila ng board exam. And also, ika-anim namin gap is yung post-examination support and opportunity. So the research this research may not explore what happens after na nag-take ng board exam. Ano ba nangyari sa kanila, di ba? So, ano bang naging trabaho nila or ano bang opportunity ang meron sila? Ano ba, nag-aral ba sila or other professional development ng mga nag-take ng exam? Kasi we're just focusing on those takers. So, next slide po, ma'am.
This is our research conclusion. In conclusion, our studies scrutinized the criminology licensure examination providing insights into candidate performance trends. Our findings advocate for enhancements in content alignment with industry needs and increase practical applicability. As we conclude, it is crucial to consider recommendation for continuous improvement, ensuring the examination remains reliable measure of criminology competence. This study emphasized the importance of ongoing evaluation to meet the evolving demands of criminal justice landscape.
So kasi we've been also assigned by our professor na ano yung mga future direction namin sa mga tao or sa mga students na take ulit ng research na with same with this our topic, which is the criminology licensure examination. So first and foremost, my direction or other term is further recommendation for those future researchers is I want them to explore local and people's differences. Kasi 'di ba we have different areas like group affect the exam trends. Ano yung mga naka-apekto sa sa exam trends na yon, 'di ba? So it could help spot where the resources are lacking, saan nagkulang, and where the cultural attitudes towards the field of criminology might differ. So pwede yung kanilang lugar, demographic, age, 'di ba? Their social economic status and so on and so forth. And also the tracking careers over time kasi we're just been I want to recommend for those researchers that by the following the career paths of those who either pass or fail the exam. So yung mga nag-take ng exam, ano ba nangyari sa kanila? Ano bang trabaho nila? May trabaho ba sila? O wala? Ano ba yung mga development sa career nila and so on and so forth. So para naman makita natin yung real impact ng exams na to, ng board exams na to. And this would show whether the exam or good prediction of success in the field of criminology or yung board exam ba align ba sa work na nila ngayon in real world career outcomes nila sa criminology. And also looking at the bigger and global picture. So I've been also recommending for those researchers na they should compare other findings with the data around the world, not just focusing on the Philippines kasi criminal justice also been sikat na sikat din yan all over the globe. So we can see what's unique to our country and what challenges are common globally, and this point as toward the successful strategies from other countries that we might adapt here. Next slide, ma'am.
In additional po, adding a human touch with stories and experiences. Dito po papasok yung magi-interview kayo, iintindihin mo yung kung ano yung experiences nila, pakikinggan mo sila, yung mga personal challenges nila, ganun, kung ano yung nangyari sa journey nila. And number 2 is evaluating the effects of policy challenges, understanding how shifts in educational standards or exam formats have influenced exam trends and outcomes can guide future decision in policy making. This is about ensuring the changes in the system are truly beneficial and lead to a more skilled, diverse group of criminology professionals. Embracing tech in learning. As a technology continue to evolve, its role in education is becoming increasingly important by looking at how technology influence us. Lalo na po sa generation natin, talagang ang broad na ng technology ngayon sa learning. Kung paano ka matututo, kung paano mo pine-prepare yung future, lalo na sa atin sa education in criminology and how it might be improved to a better prepared students. Next slide po.
So we're also been assigned by a professor na ano po yung mga kasi as our subject right now, parang piniprepare na kami ng professors namin na ano yung magiging capstone or thesis project namin in the future. So ito po yung mga possible capstone project na makakatulong sa iba naming classmates or ibang mga students and also sa amin, di ba? Number 1 is the examining gender gap, an analysis of female representation in criminology licensure examination. So para di ba mas limited or it talks about iniimbestigahan mo yung discrepancy na disparities in exam outcomes between sa lalaki at sa babaeng examinees and identifying the potential contributing factors. And another possible title of the capstone is The Impact of Educational Standards of Licensure Examination Trends, a Comparative Study. So, it could be comparing how changes ng educational standards ay nakaka-impluwensya sa performance ng entrance ng criminology licensure examination. And also, the perception of criminology licensure examination, an in-depth qualitative study of examining experiences. So, kung ayaw mo naman ng medyo qualitative, anong quantitative, pwede ka mag-quali. So, eto po yun, no? Magkakandak ka ng mga qualitative interviews and survey to explore the examinees' perception on the examination's difficulty and impact on their lives. Next slide, ma'am.
Ito po yung mga ano namin, mga references po namin. And then, yan na po. End of
Yeah,
presentation na
end
po.
of presentation na. So, ma'am, meron ka bang end quote or other na pwede nating maidagdag? Or
Um,
pagtitake ba tayo sa prop natin?
yeah.
Parang katulad ng...
Sa akin po talaga, importante po talaga ang statistics talaga sa pag-aaral natin.
Yes.
Talagang makakatulong po talaga siya in gathering data talaga, kung paano magkakaroon tayo ng magandang outcome, ganon. Ikaw, ma'am.
Oo, kasi ma'am, 'di ba kailangan natin ng real-time data eh. Hindi tayo pwede manghula. Although
Yes.
sabi nila is one of the lies, ang liars daw ang statistics. But pero kasabihan lang naman 'yun. Pero kasi we're focusing on the number of crimes, 'di ba? Number
Yes.
ng krimen, number ng gumagawa ng krimen, ano ba yung mga edad na most likely gumagawa ng krimen, 'di ba? Ano ba yung
Yes,
mga
ma'am.
penalty or ano, so we need data, 'di ba? Lalo na kapag nagka-crime mapping, ano yung mga lugar na may mga mainit ang mga maraming hot case o cold case, 'di ba?
Yes,
Para
ma'am.
naman ma-deploy namin, lalo na po kayo, 'di ba, nasa law enforcement kayo, para alam natin kung saan i-deploy ang policing o yung magpapatrol, kailangan natin ng crime mapping. So, talagang sandal tayo sa
Yes,
statistics.
ma'am. Thank you
'Di
so
ba?
much, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you so much, Ma'am Griselda, and thank you po sa aming prof for giving us this opportunity to research, kasi kapag tayo mismo yung gumagawa ng research, most likely mas matagal na wawala or nalilimutan kasi tayo mismo nag-hirap. So thank you po sa aming prof for this
Thank you so
opportunity.
much, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
This is the end of our presentation po. Sana may
Okay
natutunan
po.
kayo. Bye-bye po.